Well, I'll start off here by making an opening statement. The world of college basketball is certainly a unique industry. It's a unique sport, and sometimes the players that are the best, the players that you love the most, that work the hardest, they leave you the soonest. And in this case, for me, I just want to give Lauri the opportunity here to make his remarks and statement, but just to set the tone. I don't know if I have ever coached a player that has given more of himself, that has cared more about the University of Arizona, his teammates, our team, our program, than this guy right here. Played in all 37 games and missed one practice, and obviously his season speaks for itself. But I'll stop right there and allow him to say what he wants to say.
Yeah, first of all, I want to thank everyone back home in Finland who's helped me to reach this point. My coaches, family, friends. Then I want to thank everyone here, the coaching staff, my current teammates. It's been an unbelievable year. I've had so much fun. And of course the fans, hearing UFA chants everywhere we go. So that's been incredible. But playing in the NBA has been a dream of mine. So I'm happy and excited to announce that I'm declaring for an NBA draft.
And I've been up here with a number of guys. Obviously, it's kind of a bittersweet moment for these guys. I think it's a dream come true in many ways, and yet, like I mentioned here at the beginning, it feels like this guy right here just got here. But he did an exceptional job for us, and the other part is when somebody decides to leave our program for the NBA. Every once in a while, they really don't need the input of the coach, and that's up to them. In this case, we've had such great communication, and Lauri's father is here, and both with his family, especially his father, Lauri, his coach in Finland. We've all been united really from the onset when he first came to Arizona through now. And when a decision like this is made, and it's made for the right reasons, for a bright future, I think we all feel really, really good. So I 100% support his decision. I think it's the right decision. I think he's going to be an incredibly high pick in this year's NBA draft. That's not my opinion. That's the feedback that I think all of us have received. And with that, it's time for him to reach his goals and dreams. So if you have any questions for Lauri, I think his father, Pekka, will be able to answer some questions maybe afterwards, but if you want to direct any questions to Lauri, he's able to answer.
Lauri, I think it was probably a foregone conclusion midway through the year. You were playing so well and doing very well that this was going to happen. At some point, when did you finally believe it was going to happen?
I was hoping all season that it would happen, but I tried to concentrate on basketball and winning as many games as possible. So I made the decision after we got back to Tucson, so that's when I actually started thinking about it.
How does it feel to be going on to the next step now and going on to professional? I'm sure you've been dreaming about this for a long time.
I'm very excited and looking forward to it. It's a big step and big challenge for me, and I think I'm ready. I know I'm ready to go and do my best.
How would you evaluate how your season went this year? How do you feel like it went from start to finish?
It has its ups and downs, and of course the season ended a little bit too early for us. But I think we had a great season in the conference and in the conference champions tournament. So I think it was a great season for us, and that's it.
Shanta, when did you realize this was going to happen? It's kind of similar to Derek's second season, where this kind of rising thing happened and you couldn't stop it, and he was doing so well and it helped the team as well.
Yeah, I knew right away that Lauri would have, certainly the opportunity if his play would continue to be consistent. He has some things that that not a lot of players have. You know, number one is height. And I think I've said this to everybody before. You had an opportunity to see Lauri. When you think of a very skilled front court player or forward, you think of them maybe 6'8" or 6'9". You know, Lauri's 7 feet tall. And his ability to shoot and his ability to put the ball on the floor and really the improvement he made all season long on all of the other things that I think the game of college basketball can bring out in a talented player. You know, defensively, his rebounding. And I was looking over his stats. If you think about this, you can make the argument that he had the greatest year in the history of our program as a freshman. Certainly there are a few others you can compare him to, but tied for second in points for every freshman that's ever played here, third in rebounding, third in made three-point field goals. I mean, third in made three-point field goals with his height. Again, I think it makes him so unique for the next level. Three-point shooting percentage, you know, sixth made free throws, which shows you a lot about his physicality. Third, free throw percentage fourth. And, you know, he's third-team All-American, All-Pac-12 first team. And in our case, as you guys know, he played in all 37 games. He played sick. He played injured. He missed one practice. We practiced, I think, 97 times. He missed one practice in which we decided ahead of time for him to sit out. So, you know, giving of himself for the team, playing for the University of Arizona. You know, when you ask him when did he know that he was an NBA player, you know, I don't want to speak for him, but his greatest strength is he focuses on the team. He focuses on the task at hand, practice, and he's trying to win. And his play, I think, speaks for itself. So, like I said at the beginning, it's bittersweet today. I think anytime you see somebody realize his dreams and you recognize the bright, bright future that he has in this game, I'm just happy we were a part of it. He gave us a lot, and hopefully on our end we've given him some things that he can always remember. But he's a special player, but he's, I think, an even better kid, and we're going to miss him for sure.
Lauri, what can you say about Coach Miller and how he's helped you this year and prepared you to get to this point for the NBA?
I know what to say. It's been an unbelievable experience with playing for him. Pushes us every day to do our best and get better. I think I've learned so many new things. The biggest thing I've learned is the pack line defense. So can't explain that with words. I've been blessed to be here and playing for him.
Other than the pack line defense, what do you figure is the most important thing you'll take away from your experience, either on or off the court here?
I think I got a lot better defensively when the season went on.
Coach, how early on in the process recruiting him or evaluating him or coaching him did you realize he was probably a one-and-done talent?
You know, I think we had a sense just watching how well he played in back-to-back summers in the FIBA tournaments that he was a part of. You know, his father and Lauri can tell you that the competition, for example, in the tournament he played in last summer was incredible. I mean, there are a lot of players that will leave and become a part of the professional ranks, whether it be in Europe or the NBA, and the coaching is incredible. So to see him rebound and score and do what he did for his country, and we kind of had a sense that he was special. And, you know, Joe Pasternak deserves a lot of credit as well. You know, I think more than anyone, he identified Lauri, and, you know, Lauri and him worked together very closely this year. And Lauri will tell you that as well. And so, you know, it's always a team effort in recruiting. And once these guys are here, it's an even bigger team effort, you know, from strength and conditioning coach, our trainer, to our entire staff, his teammates. You know, it allows, you know, young people like him to go on and do some great things. And to Lauri's credit, he took advantage of almost every resource we have for him at Arizona because of his work ethic and how much he loves the game of basketball.
So, Lauri, what's the plan now? Are you going to go start working out with a trainer, sign with an agent?
My next plan is to finish school here, but my plan is to go back home relax a little bit. It's been a long time away from home, so then when I come back, I'm gonna start working out.
He's also done a great job academically. I know I've said that throughout the year, but you learn a lot about these players because really their way of giving back to our program in so many ways is just treating the academic part of the student-athlete equation with great respect, and he has done that. He'll leave in great academic standing. He's one of our best students, and that's, again, one of the many, many things that we respect and appreciate about what he did.
Sean, what are the chances you learned any Finnish over the last course?
I learned a little bit. Me and Lauri kind of have our own, I don't want to say inside joke, but we have an inside, I was given a button, and go ahead, I'll let you kind of explain what that word means and then the button.
It was when Finland had its Independence Day, so in the film room, coach came in with the Finnish T-shirt with a lot of Finnish words in it. So we just stick with it, and I think it was pretty funny.
But the word is soch.
Sisu.
Sisu.
Yeah.
Sisu. If you look that up, it'll say it all. But I had a button, and I kept it with me really throughout the year. I would show it to him once in a while before the game. It was a reminder for me to not forget about him when he's out there playing.
Talk to his father real quick. I think every father dreams that his son would be at this moment and have this opportunity. You played at Kansas, and I'm sure you dreamed of your opportunity. What does this mean to you?
Well, I haven't had too much time to think about it, but I'm just so amazed how much Lauri loves basketball, because there were some times that as a father, I was very worried when I heard that Lauri is going to play, because I can tell that there was one game that Lauri was in the emergency room 4 hours before game started, and doctor couldn't say if Lauri can play or not. And I heard it afterwards. I didn't know it that time, but luckily, because I got so mad. But I don't want to worry. But that just tells how much he loves basketball and how much he loves the team, and he wanted the team make team success.
Update us on anybody else on your team, maybe?
No, we're going to deal with each one of these guys individually for obvious reasons, because each one of them has a different situation, and we care equally about all of them. Why we're here with Lauri today is, number one, his dad was able to be here. Number two, he'll be leaving here over the next couple of weeks, and I think that he made a decision that we all signed off on and made it for the right reasons, et cetera. So to get this part out of the way, and I think allow him to thank everybody. There are people in his home country that are watching, and I think are very, very proud of him, and very, very anxious and excited about his future, and rightfully so. But I'll end with this, that his love of the game, his work ethic, and how he handled himself, if every situation was like this, it would be too easy. He gave us his heart and his soul. He also gave us his talent, and the season that he had speaks for itself. I answered questions throughout the year of how we were able to overcome so much adversity and obstacles, and I mentioned the freshman class in general, not just Lauri, but Raleigh and Kobe, that they brought very little drama to the table, and their love of the game and their consistency during some of our ups and downs with injuries, et cetera. They were the rock, but especially him. Again, when you consider his consistency of how he played, the fact he played in all 37 games in the season he had, there's a reason that our season ended 32-5, and clearly wish we were still playing, but we can't control that right now. The only thing we can control is what we did, and certainly to wish him well. But he'll be, for our fans, they'll be proud of him like they've been proud of Steve Kerr and Aaron Gordon and all the great players that have come through here, and watch him, in my opinion, for many, many years be successful in the NBA.
Lauri, I asked you a couple weeks ago, what was your biggest thing about Tucson? You said it was hot, compared to home. What's your biggest takeaway from now that you've come and stayed almost a year and now you're leaving?
I think I got better at small talk. But I think Finnish people are a little bit more shy. But I mean, I just really enjoyed the year and got a lot of from it. Just get to know all the coaching staff, and my teammates are unbelievable people. So
Lauri, you have the opportunity to be the second Finnish NBA player, and based on the projections, pretty good possibility to be the first rounder ever. What does that mean to you to be one of the very few and then one of the first possibly?
it's an amazing feeling, but hopefully there's more to come from Finland. I think that's going to happen too.
What can you do to make sure that basketball grows in your country?
I just have to play my heart out every night. Just be as good as I can be, and
he's promised me that if there's any more Lauris out there, that they're going to follow the identical path of him. They're going to come right to Arizona, and we're just going to keep doing this in the future. So, all right?